Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the show. Happy Friday to you. I'm live and in living color, as it were, and hope you and yours are doing freaking fantastic. Having a good day here so far. Glad the week is almost over. Been a hectic week for yours truly. We'll get into some of that here a bit later. It is what it is. So, yes, I'm glad that Friday's finally here. I'm glad the main event time is finally here. Hope you feel the same way. Loads of stuff to talk about today. Lots of stuff to get to. Before we go any farther, let's get the overlay happening here in case you were curious. That's me, Tom Clark. What's up? This is episode number 214 of the podcast. The main event, been going strong since 2014. We're in year 8 of the show. So, let's see who was first to the yard today. You like that? What's up, Jamel in Vegas? Guten Tag, Sandy in Germany. Hope you're doing well. Carlos Martinez, thanks for tagging along as always. Sugar Shane said he's ankle deep in snow in Middle Tennessee. Brother, you can have all that snow and more. Have it. Have it all day. We don't want it here in North Carolina. Trust me. Timothy Gonzalez, my friend in Texas, please be safe out there. Tim, have you been affected by the massive situation going on in Texas? We hope that you're well, my friend. For everybody watching live and perhaps listening after the fact, if you are located in the Lone Star State, I hope that you are safe and well and warm right now. Alicia, what's going on? Thanks as always, for hanging out. What's up, Brendan? Everyone wish Shannon a happy belated birthday. Shannon turned 42 yesterday. I kid. I tease. Relax. It's just a joke. So, yeah, everybody wish Shannon a happy belated birthday. If you haven't done it, do it now. I decree it here on the show. You must do it. Sound by Shannon's what we call her. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Cameron, what's up? Cam from Canada has returned. What's up, Cam in Canada? What's up, my friend? Canadian Cam. Mark is already talking about the greatness that is Cameron Grimes. I'm not going to let the show go on any longer today until I hit you with this. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my grin. Is that the best picture of all time? I submit that it is. How about one more time because it bears repeating? Are you ready? You can kiss my grin. It makes me all kinds of happy to put that picture up on my show and to put that soundbite up. I cannot stop laughing about it. Ray says, what's up, sir? You know I'm happy because Adam Cole, baby, the king is back. Do the happy dance of joy. If anyone knows what Ray's talking about or doesn't know, the fact is, has turned on the Undisputed Era. The Undisputed Era is no more. It has ceased to be. Gary, everyone, welcome HVW owner and promoter to the show, Mr. Gary Benfield, a.k.a. Viper. What's up, my friend? Thank you for watching. Look forward to talking to you again soon, my friend. What's up, Mark? What's up? Reggie, what's up? Reggie in the house, everybody. Everybody. There's so many comments, I done lost my place. That's a good thing. Jane Hannah Scott in the Carolinas, the South Carolina. I'm in the north of the Carolinas. What's up, Jane? How are you today? DJ, what's up, my friend? Thank you for hanging out. Victor, one of my favorite Facebook people. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I constantly like your posts because your posts make all sorts of sense. And that's the truth. Robbie, what's going on? Elvis Martinez, one of the best names in the business. Absolutely. The boy, Elvis, is downstairs with his friend. His friend stayed the night with us last night, and the dog is probably outside the door wanting to come in. However, the door is shut. So Jamel says her daughter, or his daughter, excuse me, is in Dallas. Dude, all the best to the family there. So yeah, hopefully, hope she is safe. Robbie's also in Texas. Yes, folks, everybody in Texas, please take care. And I hope that you all make it out of this storm safely. Justin, I'm doing well, my friend. So yes, let's go ahead and get to Cherie. What's going on? Orlando, man, we got a lot of people showing up today. This is good stuff, yo. Good stuff. Alma, what's going on? Oh, Alma, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you as always for watching. My best to you and yours. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get to this. Marcus is asking about the Elimination Chamber. We're going to get there. We got a really big shoe. That's way over everyone's head here, but it's okay. It's all right. Let's get to it, shall we? First of all, I have two announcements now that everybody's here and checking me out. You see my sweet Stan Lee t-shirt? Excelsior. It's pretty sweet, man. I got this as a Christmas present like 2 years ago, and I freaking love it. One of my favorite shirts, actually. Two announcements. Are you ready? This coming Sunday, on this very Facebook page, Wrestling Rumors, that is, Wrestling Rumors Facebook Live, yours truly is hosting a WWE Elimination Chamber pre-show this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right, kids. Yours truly is hosting a 1-hour pre-show. It's going to take place at the same time the kickoff show WWE is doing. So you can tune in to the WWE people and hear their bit of nonsense and all that hoo-ha. Or you can just tune over and watch me. What would you rather do? I'd rather watch me. If I'm being brutally honest with you. Vain much? Not at all. It's going to be fun. Mr. Dane Alves is going to join me from Geek Vibes Nation. In case you kids have not heard, yours truly is now a contributor to Geek Vibes Nation. Been there for a few weeks or so. I contribute when I can. It's not a ton of content, but whenever I have a free night, free evening, free day, I do a column. So we're going to get into that here shortly because I got a column to plug. Yay! I'm always plugging my stuff because I am a content pusher. I'm the pusher of content. I'm the seller of content. I don't know where I'm going with this. The point is I got content, yo. Go look at it. So yes, this coming Sunday, live on this very Facebook page, Wrestling Rumors, Facebook Live, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, yours truly, with the Elimination Chamber pre-show. I expect all of you to be here. You're to bring food. You're to bring snacks. You're to bring cake. I'm not having the cake. I've lost 45 pounds. I'm 5 pounds from my goal, yo. There it is. Bam. Thing ring. Do your thing. Anybody? It was a cartoon. It is the Thing. Fantastic Four. Okay, moving on. Yes, again, this Sunday, 6 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, right here, Tom Clark's main event, Elimination Chamber pre-show. Do not freaking miss it. For the first time, Dane Alves will be on the show. There's the first plug. Everybody get that? All right. Second plug. I'm going to answer comments shortly, I promise you. Second plug, Otis Show. Ready? The Maestro, Rob Kellum, will be here live on Friday, March 5th on Tom Clark's main event. For all of you WCW fans from back in the day, if you know the Maestro, if you remember that character, Mr. Rob Kellum is going to join me here on the main event. He's a great guy with a lot of great stories to tell, and I can't wait to talk to him. It's going to be a fun experience. So he will have stories of WCW back in the day, of his how he got into the company, what happened toward the latter days, how he was no longer with the company after a period of time. I'm sure he'll dish on all that stuff, and he'll also hopefully give us his take on the current state of the product. He is still watching. He's still a fan. He still consumes the product. And I can't wait to hear the stories that Mr. Rob Kellum has. So again, March 5, mark the calendars here, kids. Right here, 12 p.m. noon, Eastern Standard Time, as always in Wrestling Rumors. On Fridays, on March 5th, the Maestro himself, Rob Kellum is going to join us here on the main event. It's been a while since I've had a special guest star actually in the business. It's been a while. So can't wait to talk to Rob. That's going to be a fun convo. I'm sure of it. Can't wait to pick his brain. And if you guys have some special questions you want to ask Rob, write those suckers down, or at least remember them so you can ask them on March 5th. Don't miss the show, the Maestro on the main event, baby. Don't miss Mr. Rob Kellum. All right? Boom. There's my 2 plugs, Oda Show. Any comments about that? Sandy says, is R-Truth going to be on your pre-show? Wouldn't that be great? I love Truth to death, pal. Reggie says he's going to watch on Sunday. All of you better. You know a guy means business when he says it, makes a comment, and then he stares at you after he says it. Like that right there, that's run, okay? That guy's upset with you. That's a pure indication he's upset. By the way, that goes to the notion of, by the way, is this light too bright? What do you guys think? I'm thinking it's too bright because I can't see anything. How's that? Is that better? I'm okay? Do I look good? How's my profile? This is my best side. I'm kidding. I don't have a best side. That goes back to the notion of the head nod and the head back. There's 2 kinds of ways a man acknowledges another man. This is non-threatening. You know what that says? That says, you're not a threat to me. I'm not a threat to you. We're good. Watch again. Ladies, when one guy does that to another, it's fine. There's no reason for alarm. However, if your man does this to another man, you know what that means? There could be trouble brewing. That nod or that head up right there says 2 things. 1, I'm not sure about you. Number 2, I've got my eye on you. Number 3, there could be trouble. Here it is one more time. That's what that means, okay? So if you get that from another guy, you better look out. You rubbed him the wrong way or he's ready for danger. I don't know where all this is coming from. Okay, so guess what, kids? As I said before, really big shoe. We got to get to it. Let's talk about one of my favorite guys on the planet to talk about. The one, the only, Kazuchika Okada, also known as the Rainmaker, also known as the best in the world. You can argue with me if you like. You'll lose. You can try to disagree if you like. You'll be wrong. The fact is, Kazuchika Okada, there he is, best in the world. A column that I published today on the Geek Vibes Nation. What does New Japan's Kazuchika Okada gain by working in AEW? There's the man, the Rainmaker himself, okay? Now, we have heard rumors over the past week or so that the Rainmaker is coming to AEW. Nothing has been confirmed. One guy said it, the whole world ran with it. That's how these things work, okay? I am not here to confirm or deny the rumor. Not my job to do that. My job is to speculate on what happens if he does show up, okay? That's what I did in this column, all right? Please, you can open the browser now, can't you? And listen to me too, and watch me too. Check out my column. Any hits I get on Geek Vibes would be much appreciated, kids. I'm not even playing. Go to Geek Vibes Nation. Just look up Kazuchika Okada or look up New Japan. I guarantee you'll see it. Go under, if I'll show you here, right here. Check this out. Go under sports. Go under pro wrestling. And guess who's under pro wrestling? It's a whole lot of Tom. They got one guy doing this, baby, and it's me. Okay? That's not me right there. That's me starting there with the piece on edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Almost a dozen, my friends. Not setting the woods on fire. As I said, I contribute when I can. It's a good column. I think you'll enjoy it. Hope you'll enjoy it. I like your feedback. I'd like to know what you guys think. Let's open up the conversation here. What do you guys think about the possibility of Kazuchika Okada coming to the States, to AEW? What do you guys think about it? I want to know your thoughts. Reggie Seam will always be the best in the world. But hard to brag that when you haven't wrestled a match in 8 years. 7 years? Elvis says Tom is the best in the world. My friend, thank you. Mark says best wrestler in the world is Okada. I'm not going to argue that, but Ibushi is up there. Ibushi's very good. Ibushi is very good. I'm an Ibushi fan. What do you guys think? Sugar Shane says Okada the best, past tense. Hangman Page is now the best. Shane, that's a mouthful, my friend. I like Adam Page, but for me to sit here and say he's the best in the world, I can't say that. I enjoy his work. I'm a fan. I can't sit here and say he's the best in the world. I've not seen enough consistent work from him on the main event level to be able to say that. I just haven't. Alma says, can't wait to watch NWPW and Roku stream. Okada best in the world. Thank you. I agree with that. Sandy says Okada at NXT. Sandy, bite your tongue. Clean out of your head. I in no way, shape, or form, and I'm going to go on the record right now, kids. You ready for this? I in no way, shape, or form ever want to see the Rainmaker even closely affiliated with Vince McMahon's company / brands / enterprise / empire. Ever, never, never, and forever, ever. I love Shinsuke Nakamura. And I think that he's happy. It seems like he's happy. It appears that he and his family are happy to live in America. He's probably happy to have job security to a certain degree. He's happy to ply his craft in a WWE ring. But you and I both know where we would like him to be in terms of his main event career. He's not there. Hopefully he'll get there one day. I don't know. Maybe that matters more to us than matters to him. I don't know that either. I haven't asked him. You'll have to ask him. I haven't asked him. But here's what I know about Okada. When you reach that upper echelon, when you reach that top tier of being best in the world or in the conversation of the best 2 to 3 in the entire world, you shouldn't be falling from that unless age is catching up with you, unless injury happens. You shouldn't fall from that because a company is not utilizing you properly. Alicia says Okada wouldn't waste time going to NXT. I'm inclined to agree with you. Mike says, what's your thoughts on Adam Cole? We will get there, Mike. I promise you. I promise you we'll get there. Patience, my friend. Patience. So Shannon says WWE would ruin Okada. I agree. Danny says, I read somewhere that Tully Blanchard's getting back in the ring. Oh, my God, Danny, please don't let this happen. I just don't know why it's necessary. All the best to Tully. If he chooses to make that call and he's happy to do it, or he's happy and he's healthy and he's safe and he can do it, make a go of it, go with God. I'm not going to sit here and say any talent should or shouldn't do something. I don't know that I want to see it, and I hope that he's okay, and I hope that he stays safe. So we'll see. As I said before, Victor's gonna close us out here. All this helps New Japan with a new TV deal to get to know the talent. Absolutely, and I covered that in my column, folks. So there you go. So let's get on to what everyone's talking about. Adam Cole, no longer a baby. You see what I did there? Because when he was babyface, they call him a baby, and now he's not. So I'll be over here. So none of us can say we're surprised. They put off the inevitable for a really long time, and they made all of us like Cole as if we didn't like him already. But they made all of us trust Cole as well, and why not? Because he was a very likable babyface kind of guy. Okay, but they delayed the inevitable. It only makes sense that he was going to turn on the team. Those guys had sworn allegiance to him. They followed his lead for a long, long time. If anybody was going to bring the house of cards, falling down, it was going to be Adam Cole. Right? That's kind of how I see it. This wasn't going to be a mutiny by the guys in the UE. I just didn't see that. I thought that if this was going to happen, one guy was going to be responsible. That's who I thought. There you go. Carlos says, I told you a while ago it was going to happen. Yes, sir, Carlos. You're totally right. Marcus says, Adam Cole to the main roster soon. Sandy says, Pat McAfee told us so. Sandy, you're 100% right. All you guys are right. Alicia says, one kick imploded it all. Been a long time coming. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Elvis mentioning Terry Funk. All the best to Terry Funk. I hope that he pulls through this. I hope that he's okay, and I hope he comes back better than ever. All the best to him, for sure. Jamil says the drunk kicker called it. Well done. Ray says, I think it's a matter of time before he's champion. He's the HBK of NXT. We should all give him his props. The champ is coming back. I say put the title back on him, Ray. I do. I don't know how soon. Or you could pull a swerve. Isaiah Scott. Sorry. You could pull a swerve there and just go with O'Reilly. I think either way would be fine. Then feud Cole versus O'Reilly for the championship. Joe says Adam Cole versus Edge WrestleMania. I'd pay to see that. 100%. All day long. I'd be down with that for sure. So yes, Adam Cole turning back to his heel roots on NXT. I can't say doing the unthinkable because that's not what he did. We knew it was coming at some point. We'll see how it plays out from this point on. Here, kids, are my 3 SmackDown takeaways of the week. Roman Reigns will defend the Universal Championship inside, I think it's going to be inside Elimination Chamber. He is going to get the person that wins the match. Yeah, it's smart thinking. Paul Heyman's character is on his game, obviously. Let's talk a little bit about Elimination Chamber. The match in question that we're talking about, Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens versus King Corbin versus Sami Zayn versus Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan. Elimination Chamber match for a WWE Universal Championship match later that night. Your other big championship elimination chamber match that night is Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and King Kingston. That'd be good stuff. Kofi Kingston, who could be the king if he walks out for the WWE title. We got Bobby Lashley with MVP versus Keith Lee and Riddle. Triple threat match for WWE United States Championship. And we also have, of course, Roman Reigns facing the Elimination Chamber match winner. So there you go, kids. There's your quick Elimination Chamber match preview or card preview. That's all that's signed at the moment. They did have Lacey Evans versus Asuka. We'll get to that in a bit. We'll get to that in a bit, unfortunately. Marcus says Kevin Owens will win. I think it makes sense if he were to win, but I just don't know if I can see them taking the title off of Roman. Sandy says Reigns will lose to Cesaro. He could. Any of these possibilities are possible. Yes, Christopher, a big shout out to Conan, his family, friends, and fans. I hope that he pulls through as well. Ray says, Tom, you're a genius, look 19. I would submit that I look 18, but Ray, thank you for the compliment. Alicia says he will walk out the champ. They are not going to take the title off of him before Mania. I think you keep the title on Reigns as long as you possibly could. Alicia says it's a dumpster fire in and of itself. Yes, absolutely. Ryan says, God, I hope they push Cesaro. From your lips to the ears of God, my friend. Mar says AJ should win the chamber match. Everybody's got their favorites, man. John says Drew McIntyre is old. How so, John? What's your opinion that Drew McIntyre is old news? I mean, you're entitled to your view. I'm just curious why you're coming down with that opinion. I'm curious. Elvis said Daniel Bryan with then lose to Roman. Boy, wouldn't that be a slap in the face? I mean, not literally, right? You get it. I'm just saying from a fan's perspective, it would be, how could they do this to Daniel again? And then go to Daniel versus Roman at WrestleMania and put Daniel over. I'm telling you, there's some synergy there between the stuff they had between each other in the past. That year at the Rumble, when everybody thought Bryan was going to be in it, instead Roman won it. He wasn't even there that night. Like, yikes. And Roman got booed out the building, man. Out the building, right? There's a lot of stuff you can draw from there to make a potentially great WrestleMania main event storyline. I'm just saying. Somebody just told me hello. Who was it? Isaiah Dawson. What's up, my friend? Thank you for watching the show. You've watched before, haven't you? Elvis says AJ will become the WWE champ on Sunday. You heard it here first. Could be. We're going to get to Lacey Evans stuff, folks. I promise you. I don't want to. I don't want to. But we'll do it. People's asking. I'll cover it. Got to give the people what they want, right? Shannon says Drew's the only good thing about Raw. I'm inclined to agree with you, Shannon. Brady says, "Do you see the Fiend come back this Sunday?" Yes, actually, I do. We'll get there as well. John says he needs to go back to being a heel, not the face, then bad guy every once in a while. Talking about Drew. John, I'll respectfully disagree with you. I think Drew's a great babyface, and I think Raw needs a top, rock-solid babyface, and I think he's it. Just my own personal take. Just my own personal take. Yes, Joe, I believe the Fiend is coming back on Sunday. Let's go to my second SmackDown takeaway of the week. Seth Rollins targets Cesaro. Seth comes back, cuts his promo. You knew it wasn't going to be a babyface promo. The guy was wearing a leather tie and a leather shirt, for crying out loud. How many times have you seen that in your life? Leather suit with a leather shirt and a leather tie. Can you imagine how freaking insanely hot that thing was to wear? Unreal. I'm not wearing it. I got a leather jacket. Man, that all by itself generates a ton of heat. I'm not even kidding you. Not heat, like pro wrestling heat. I mean like hot fire. We all knew it was going to be a heel promo, yes. Then he comes out there and he says what he says, and everyone's like, "Yeah, all right, Seth's awesome." He talks about his baby, and they're all like, "Yes, Seth's awesome. Isn't he awesome?" And then he's like, "Well, I need all of you to follow me. I'll take you by the hand, lead you down the primrose path." And they're all like, "Oh, he's an idiot again. Let's get out of here." And they all split, except Cesaro. Cesaro's just shaking his head at him. So Seth attacks him. This is good in one major way. If you want to believe such a thing, it kind of says to me, hey, got your attention? It says, hey, maybe there really is going to be a focus moving forward on Cesaro. This is a good thing for him. Everybody that wants to see this guy do well in the company, that'd be me. Hi, I'm Tom. We want to see him as a focal point. How else do you make a guy a focal point except put one of your top heels, maybe your top heel next to Roman, on top of this guy? Right? I think it makes perfect sense. John says, when I saw Seth, I thought of Two-Face for some. Ooh, good call. I didn't even think about that. Nice. Nice. Sandy says LA Knight. We'll get there. I promise you. Terrible. You know what? Let's get there now. Eli Drake and NXT, I feel that'll be ruin him. Yeah. Yeah. Eli Drake becomes L.A. Knight. And I say,
hot garbage.
I'm sorry. Did some of you not hear that?
Hot garbage.
Okay. There you go. All the best to Drake. I hope this works out well for him. I hope he has a successful, lucrative career working for Vince McMahon. I don't say that tongue in cheek. I really, truly hope that. I hope he's successful. I hope he stays healthy. I hope he stays free from injury. And I hope that what they give him to do is great and he nails it every time. I hope he gets to the main roster, becomes a main event powerhouse, and nails it every time. Every time they give him the ball, he runs it in for a touchdown. I'm not playing. I hate the name. Years ago, I spoke to Jackson Riker. I know a lot of heat on that name, but I spoke to Jackson Riker in a locker room when he was still Gunner in TNA. And I said, how's about that name? What do you think? And he's like, man, he said, they call me whatever they want to as long as I'm getting paid. Maybe at the end of the day, that's all that matters, kids. I'm just giving you a pro wrestler's perspective on what he thought. Elvis says, where's your Iconics button? My show's producer, Nathan Workman, is heavily endorsing an Iconics button. However, I've not pulled the trigger as of yet. Shannon says, hope is not just a way to get Cesaro to resign. I want them to push Cesaro to the moon and stick with it. Shannon, did you cue me up for that or what?
I'm going to the moon.
That's where Shannon hopes that Eli Drake, LA Knight is going. We'll see. Timothy would like to have a private party button. We'll see, man. My third SmackDown takeaway of the week, Nakamura is still in the thick of it. This is a good thing. Just like it's good for Cesaro, it's extremely good for Shinsuke Nakamura to be in the thick of it. Are you a Nakamura fan? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't lie. None of you here right now can tell me you're not a Nakamura fan. I defy you to tell me that. I openly defy you on the show to tell me you are not a Nakamura fan. By the way, while you're here, hit that heart button for me. Could you guys do that in the thumbs up? If you don't mind. There's no money in it for me. It'd be nice. Could you do that for me? You don't have to. I'm not going to kick you out. I'm just asking as a favor to a friend. There it is. Thank you, kids. Much appreciated. It's just fun to see the little clicker tick up. I don't know. I've never done that before. I've never openly begged, please, for God's sake, hit the button. I've never done that in my life. Isn't that funny? Thank you. You embarrass me. I blush. Thank you. Where was I? Oh, yes. I openly, back to regular programming. I openly defy everybody here to tell me you're not a Nakamura fan. Oh, God. I want everybody to read Dennis's comment. Dennis, I want you to tell me why you hate Nakamura. Wow. I've never heard anyone say that. Dennis, give me and don't tell me you hate him just because I hate him. I want you to give me a good, clear, concrete reason why you hate Shinsuke Nakamura. And just be honest. Just tell me the truth. It's okay that you hate him, I guess. It's weird, but okay. But give me a good, logical reason why you personally hate him. I just want to know where your head's at. I just want to know where your head's at, man. I'm just asking, okay? Please. Do you think Miz cashed in Elimination Chamber? I think he waits till Mania. That's my opinion, but I don't know if that's true or not. Sandy says, I love that Nakamura got his old theme back. You and me both, my friend. You and me, bro. Both. Excuse me. Yes, Sandy, you may stop now. So as I wait for an answer from Dennis, I love the fact that Nakamura is still in the thick of it. I love the fact that Nakamura is still there. And I love the fact that it looks like they might be doing something with him. Hopefully, maybe. Nakamura can take it right now. Nakamura can headline WrestleMania against whatever champ they want to put him against. And I know it, and you know it, and you believe it, and it's the truth. Because he more than could. This guy main evented the Tokyo Dome. Is this thing working? He main evented the Tokyo Dome. He can main event anything in WWE. I don't say that to be condescending. This guy was under the most pressure and stress in one of the most stressful companies in terms of performance art that you could be in my opinion, in JPW. And he delivered every time. Every time. The same. All right, Dennis. Just drives me nuts. They pushed him at first, but never materialized. He's just a Michael Jackson freak. Whew. Dennis, I don't know. Brother, I don't know what to say. Okay. Dennis is entitled to his opinion. Don't anybody slander Dennis for having this opinion. Dennis, I respectfully disagree. I think it's... Dennis, I think your opinion is hot garbage. I won't give you the button. You and I will disagree on this, I suppose. Mike says, for a while they turned Nakamura into a joke. I agree totally, Mike. I'm with you. But overall, I think he's pretty good. Not great, but good. I can live with that. I see his greatness. I always have. For sure. I agree with everybody what they're saying about Bad Bunny. He's taking the belt. Okay, Dennis, no language. Dennis, if you keep using language, I'm throwing you out. Okay, no disrespect, but no language here, kids. All right, keep it clean. I keep it clean. I expect my audience to do the same. No worries, Dennis. You're still here. I'm not going to give you the boot. I just want to keep it clean. There you go. Comment gone. I thought it was. Hold on. There we go. I didn't delete you from the chat, Dennis. You're still here. I just got rid of the comment. So, by the way, that's a bit harsh. Okay. I don't refer to anybody in the business as any kind of curse word because it's not my. I have nothing to gain by doing that. Again, you're entitled to your own opinion, but let's keep this thing PG. Okay. Reggie says Bad Bunny is hot garbage. A lot of people feeling that way. I don't dislike the guy. I just don't know what's going on here. I just like to have some kind of idea where they're heading. Here's where I'm heading. 3 Raw takeaways owed a week. Alexa proclaims the Fiend's return. Again. I don't know where to start. If you're just tuning in for the first time, you're like, this guy's a problem. How come he's acting all funny? I don't now, nor have I from the beginning, had anything positive to say about this storyline. And if you've watched my show for more than a couple weeks out, you know that's the truth. I do not care about this at all. The whole gear change, face change, contacts in, contacts out. She's a tortured little girl who's been, brainwashed. Now she's in a pentagram, for God's sake. I don't know what to say. I could bash this. I won't. I'm just going to tell you that from my personal perspective, I do not care about this. They lost me months ago. I just don't personally care. I don't care to the point that when she's on my TV, I mute it. Can I be honest with you? I mute it. I just don't care to hear it. I watch it later, but at the moment, I'm like, I'm out. This is no disrespect to Alexa, who's putting everything she has into this character. But when I see her on her Twitter being happy Alexa with the smile, and I'm not really a demon, that kills it for me. And I know what you're thinking. Tom, would you relax? It's 2021. What is your problem? It's show business. You say it all the time. You're right. Guilty. I just don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. I just don't. It's not my bag. And I don't care about it. I just don't care about it. I'm sorry. Sandy disagrees with me. Says Alexa's the best thing wrong. Sandy, go with God. It's perfectly fine. Yes, Marcus, there's word that the Fiend may be back with a new look this week. We'll see if he's back on Sunday. Yes, Shannon, kayfabe is dead. But here's the thing, Shannon. Kayfabe is dead if you want it to be. Okay? If your company wants it to be dead, it's dead. All right? That's the company's call. Whether the company in question is AEW, WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact, doesn't matter. HVW, doesn't matter. If you want it to be dead, it's dead. I submit that you could always work with what you have. Dennis, I never said I don't like Alexa. I like her fine. I hate this character. I hate it. I can't stand it. It speaks to a part of me that remembers flashy, stupid 1980s WWF characters and storylines that I've been trying to forget for years. It's Dusty and the Polka Dots, kids. I hate it. It talks down to me. It makes me feel as though I'm a child who can't mentally grasp a concept of a simple storyline that I had to be played to and catered to with special effects. This is through no fault of Alexa's, Bray Wyatt, or Randy Orton, all three of which I appreciate in the ring and as people. And that's the truth. I hate this story. I hate it. I got nothing good to say about it, folks. Nothing. Have I made that clear? Sugar Shane says Alexa's a bad version of Harley Quinn and Bray is the Joker. That's certainly the comparison that's been made for a long time. Second Raw takeaway of the week, Kofi Mania 2. Say it isn't so, WWE. Don't play with my feelings. Don't make me hate you again. Don't make me hate you more. Gauntlet. Sound familiar? Gauntlet. Remember what happened before? Gauntlet. What happened to Kofi? Champion. Somewhere out there, Phil Lindsay is rolling his eyes at the very thought of WWE dangling the carrot in front of you going, hey, you want Kofi as champion? You want Kofi? Nope. I love Kofi. Kofi should still be a main event player. I don't care who doesn't agree with me. I care less. Natural evolution. Natural progression. Natural coming of age. I'm a tag team guy. I'm a tag team guy. I'm a tag team guy. I'm a contender. I'm a contender. I'm a contender. I'm a main event player. I'm a champion. I'm a main event guy. I'm a top guy. Okay. A lot of them have done it. Shawn Michaels did it. Tom's comparing Shawn Michaels to Kofi Kingston. No, I'm not. I'm saying When you show dedication and loyalty and hard work and commitment and raw talent and the ability to get better, and he has, the ability to cut a promo, and he can, the ability to carry a match, and he has, the ability to work a crowd, and he can. What's stopping you? I'm not going to say anything. I can have my opinions. You can have yours. Kofi should be in the main event title picture, right now. Right now. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't. Sandy says Mustafa Ali will beat up Kofi to carry the chamber spot and replace him. Maybe so. I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, Victor, I think they'll have someone else work Asuka because the third Raw takeaway of the week, baby daddy drama.
Hot garbage.
I said on here last week, Ric Flair is not a heel, period. Ric Flair is still not a heel. He's not. He's just not, okay? I also said that the supposed relationship between Lacey and Rick was all nonsense. It is. It still was. It still is. Here's the issue. If Lacey is indeed pregnant, and guess whose business that is? Not mine and not yours. Lacey's business. Now, she broadcasts on live TV, so if she's pregnant, she's opened the door to whatever people want to say. I get it. I get it. For better or worse, I get it. But here's the deal, kids. The fact that they're going to retrofit this angle that did not have Flair and Evans romantically entangled to make it appear as though Flair is the baby daddy. What do I say to you right now in 2021? What do I say? I guess that's what I say. I don't know what else to say. They've retrofitted this angle to make it fit. Lacey needs to give birth to a chop. There's all kinds of different ways you can take that comment. It's good stuff. Keith says Peyton Royce. Nathan's going to love this part. Peyton Royce will replace Lacey to continue this nonsense storyline at EC. Probably so. Elvis, I didn't forget to talk about Nia and her body parts. I just chose not to. And I'm not gonna. And none of yous can make me. None of yous. Nathan lives in the South. He knows where that word comes from. None of yous can, man. Not none of yous. My kid has a habit, the boy, as he's affectionately known in my house. The boy has a habit of saying something effective. I'll just give you an example. Dad, can I go over here so as I can do this? He does it all the time. He's done it since he was real little. He used to call me daddy, and I miss that. I'm going to tear up. He's 12. I feel like he's 80 or something. I feel like he's gone already. I love my kids so much. I just want to shrink him. But he does that constantly. Dad, can we talk about Roman says we don't have to talk about Nia? I love that when he does it. It's so cute. But I digress. Robbie says we had the whole Mike and blanking on the wife's name with the pregnant storyline that went nowhere. Why do another pregnancy storyline? Well, if she really is pregnant, Robbie, I guess they're just going to fit it in. They're just going to fit it in. Joe says Baszler needs a push. Baszler needs something. James, I would interview whoever I could get my hands on. I've sent feelers out multiple times. See, here's the problem. A lot of the talent on Twitter have their DMs open, and I've sent many a request for interviews. If they see a guy named Tom Clark and they never heard of me, why would they respond? I just come off as another fan with a podcast. And for all they know, I spend my podcast berating the talent and dissing the talent and cursing every breath and sound like some rank amateur, which I guess if you listen to critics, maybe I do sound like a rank amateur. If I do, I don't mean to. I feel like I try to give a smart podcast every time and try to give sensible opinions based on analysis of years of watching and doing this and writing about it, being in the business. Maybe some of you will disagree. I don't know. But I got to be honest with you. If I was one of these cats and I'm sure I'm not the only one to ever message Brody King on direct message on Twitter and ask for an interview. I'm sure I'm not the only one. You know what? I'm not even mad about it. I'll message him again at some point and say, hey, man, I know I'm probably just one of 100 guys asking for it, but if I could just have an hour of your time, I'd love to have you on my show. And I'll hit him again and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But when it's just one guy's name, it's not associated with an actual website account. That's usually kind of a big deal. So it tends to grease the wheels a little bit easier if it comes from a brand, like a known brand. Do you know what I mean? So that's where Tom Clark building his brand online would come in much handy. Mark, thank you for asking about the kid. It went pretty well. I can't complain too much. Thank you for asking. Sandy wants to move on from baby daddy drama. There you go. Ray, if I interview Adam Cole, your questions will be the first one I ask him. How's about that? See, I do it too. All right, kids, there are my Raw takeaways of the week. Let's get some ratings real quick. We are just turning through. We're burning through this hour, folks. This week's SmackDown ratings, 1.883 million. Based on last week, it's a drop from last week, 2.126 million. Raw this week is up 1.81 from last week's 1.71. Let's get to some NXT Vengeance Day results. Who watched Vengeance Day on the Valentine's Day? Did you watch it eating chocolates and enjoying your flowers? Did you? I know I didn't. You don't get to lose 45 pounds in 5 months. 5 months, 45 pounds in 5 months. Beat that. Beat it. You don't get to lose that much weight by sitting around eating chocolate, baby. It don't work that way. I assure you. Let's get to some results here, shall we? If you didn't watch Vengeance, you missed a really good show, a really fun show. It was a nice event, really good event, solid work all the way up and down the card. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez defeated Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart to win the first ever Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic finale. They will receive a future WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match, and I would be all for seeing that match happen sooner rather than later. Johnny Gargano defeated Kushida. Excellent match for the North American Championship. Well done on both guys' parts. MSK, the hottest tag team of the moment in NXT, of course, Nash Carter and Wes Lee, defeated the grizzled young veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson, for the Men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They will receive a future NXT Tag Team Championship match. Io Shirai retained the NXT Women's Championship against Mercedes Martinez and Toni Storm. Excellent match as well. Finn Balor defeated Pete Dunne to retain the NXT Championship. We all know what happened after that. One guy made his presence known and caused all kinds of havoc. Who was it, Ray? Bam. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Mark. You're the man, dude. Yeah, Mark, I think so too. Mark says push Raquel Gonzalez. Looks like they are, my friend. Looks like they are. Mark, I'm hitting you again. Raquel Gonzalez is a megastar and deserves a title shot. She pinned EO in War Games clean. Still hasn't got. Man, good call. Really good call. Excellent call. Good stuff. Shannon says, I thought Kushida had a couple of times. He killed it in the match. He absolutely killed it in the match, my dear. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Excuse me, I get my words out. You're absolutely right. Well done. I love watching Kushida work, man. He's really, really good. He always has been. Victor says they're getting the women's titles match on March 3rd next day. You know what? I fell asleep on that, Vic. Well done. Well done. Karrion Kross versus Roman Reigns. It needs to happen. I agree with that, Alyssa. I agree with that, totally. Ray says, I'm a huge fan of the Cruiserweight Champion. Yes, same here. Doing great work, for sure. And now I'm blanking on his name. I was going to say Andrade. We know it's not Andrade. Yikes. Oh, I'm blanking on his name. Someone remind me of his name. Don't make me look it up. Jamel says the whole show was great. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Let's talk about some AEW news here, kids. Timothy Gonzalez, if you're still around, I think you're my AEW super fan in the house. Moxley versus Omega, exploding barbed wire match. Okay. I will call it like it is. Escobar. Thank you, Mark. Dia Fantastic. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Victor. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So I will call this right down the middle. If WWE announced tomorrow that they were going to have an exploding barbed wire match, and they might now because of this. See, because when AEW does something, WWE kind of does it too. Okay. I will call this right down the middle because had WWE announced this, I would have said, what? So guess what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to call it fair right down the middle and play it fair and play it easy on both sides. This is ridiculous. This is not needed. This came out of nowhere. I don't understand the point of it. We'll see what they do with it. I continue to give AEW more leeway than I've given WWE in years. And the simple answer to that question before you ask is this. AEW has let me down far less times than WWE ever has as a fan. And that's the truth. And you can love that. You can hate that. Whatever you want to do. I will see how this plays out. I wish the health to both guys, as I do to every talent that steps in the ring, no matter who owns that ring. I want every talent to emerge from said ring in one piece. Healthy, happy, safe. All body parts intact. No cuts, no bleeding. John and Kenny are going to bleed all over each other. I think you guys know that. Elvis says, heard Moxley's going to lose. He can have some time off with his pregnant wife. Could be. Elvis, we're getting there. I promise you. Alicia says, not a fan of gimmick matches. Omega and Mox are better than that. Alicia, to your point, let me play devil's advocate for you, though. To your point, they are better than that, so maybe they'll make something great of this. Look at it that way. If they are better than that, and I agree with you that they are, maybe they'll take this thing into directions that we didn't think possible and make it very highly entertaining. So I'll try to take the high road with this. Let's talk about something else happening in AEW. Someone just mentioned it. Sting powerbombed. I, like a lot of you, held my breath. I did. I held my breath when this happened, kids, because we all know that Sting's career has, as a full-time wrestler, has been over for a long time. And Sting, at this point, is 61 years old. Okay, I'm not 61, thankfully, not even close. However, could I take a power bomb right now from Brian Cage? From anybody. Just because it's Brian Cage, it seems more intense because he's muscled up. Brian Cage's goal as a pro wrestler is not to injure his opponent. You guys know how this works, right? It's not any of their intentions to injure their opponent. That's not how the game is played. It's not how you do business with anybody, right? Protect your opponents. So anybody could give me a power bomb. Lacey Evans could. I'd take a power bomb from Lacey Evans. I think she's a fairly good worker, and I trust her. Don't laugh. I'm only 208 now. 208? I'm 208. 208, 205. Crap, I'm 208, I think. Yeah, I'm 208. She could probably get me up for a power bomb. I'd take one from her. It doesn't matter who you take it from. The question at the end of the day is, how are you going to feel the next morning? Somebody just mentioned that. How did Sting feel the next day? It looked like Brian protected him as much as he could. Why in the world you give the guy a power bomb and not just a rough clothesline? For God's sake, why take a power bomb? But here's what I'll say to you kids. If you can't take a power bomb, you can't do anything else. There's two ways of looking at this, folks. Number one, Sting's 61. What's AW thinking? This is the worst thing ever. They're dumb. Or the other way of looking at this on the flip side of the argument is, if Sting's serious about working another match and he can't take a power bomb from a safe talent in the middle of a ring that has give to it, then what are we talking about here? He definitely shouldn't be wrestling another match. That's the two ways looking at it, kids. You can agree with one, you can disagree with the other. Doesn't matter. Shannon, I would submit that it absolutely was Sting's idea. There's no way they pitched him a power bomb. No chance. No chance. Right? No chance. Of course, yes. That's Sting's idea. Sandy says Sting should retire. Sorry, it's true. Sandy, a lot of people feel that way. I'm not going to tell him what to do. Sugar Shane says, it was so good to see Dory Funk in AEW. I agree with you totally. Ray says, I was so worried for Sting, but you can see Cage was careful. I totally agree with that. Alicia says, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Neither could I. He hooked him. And you know what I expected? I expected Sting to back body drop him. But you know what? Here's the thing, folks. From a storyline perspective, let's forget his age and all the other stuff. He shouldn't be working Tom. He should retire. I get it. But from an angle point of view, this guy has come out and gotten physical with Team Taz. He's got out and one-upped them how many weeks in a row now since he got there? At some point, there's got to be a little bit of payback. Got to be a little bit of comeback the next week. Well, guess what? They finally got a little bit of comeback. They didn't put the boots to him. They could have kicked him into oblivion and destroyed him, but they didn't. It's one power bomb. Maybe they should have just put the boots to him. But guess what, folks? Not my call. Shannon says, I just wanted to be safe. You and I both. What else we got? How about this? What did you guys think of Riho versus Serena Deeb? I thought it was a really good match. What's your take on it? What's everybody's take on it, man? I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought Riho came off really well. I think she's a good little worker. You have to. Okay, listen, kids. If you're going to believe that Darby Allin can mount enough offense to affect a guy that's over 300 pounds and jacked up like Brian Cage, and you're going to suspend your disbelief for long enough to enjoy Darby Allin match against a guy like Brian Cage, and you have to suspend your disbelief long enough to enjoy Riho facing anybody bigger than her, because her offense at its weakest point looks like she couldn't punch her way out of a paper bag. At her most explosive, her offense looks really good. I don't personally know if she has a middle gear. Does that make sense? Like a middle ground. Is she a well-rounded professional wrestler? I don't know. Carlos just pointed out she weighs 98 pounds. That's a big deal, folks. Darby can't weigh much more than 98. I'm just throwing it out there to you. And don't anybody bring to me about Ray. Ray's like a jacked up 380. He's jacked up. Oh, he's not. I'm kidding. Forget his height. Ray is built for this. Rhea's not built for this. Rhea has not one muscle on her. Not that she needs to. Don't misunderstand. Orange Cassidy's not exactly ripped. Okay? Again, don't necessarily have to be. All right? But I'm just telling you right now, Riho doesn't look like she could hurt anyone, much less a mouse. Just my take. But if you can get rid of all that and just enjoy her for what she is, you will enjoy that match. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it on the TNT app. Just use your TV service, whatever service you got. Watch it for free, man. Or you can watch highlights on YouTube. Elvis says JR called him. Yeah, he did. Slip of the tongue, man. Slip of the tongue. It can happen to anybody. I slip my tongue here on the show all the time. Reggie says, congratulations to Cody and Brandy. Yes, sir, absolutely. It's a girl. I had a boy. I'm glad I had a boy. My producer, Nate Dogg, in the house, if he's still watching, recently had a baby girl. Everybody congratulate Nathan on the birth of his baby girl. Good on you, man. Congratulations again. Let's talk about ratings, kids. This week, AEW 747 compared to last week's 741, a nominal rise. NXT 713, a big jump from last week's 558. And that leads us, as always, to the open floor. That's right. You wanted it. You asked for it. You got it. It's the open floor. Before we get started on that, one quick announcement. Immediately after this show, jump over to the Tom Clark's Facebook page or Tom Clark's 6M podcast page. I'm going to reveal the topic for episode 27. 27 weeks in a row, Jack. 27 weeks in a row. Yeah. Tom Clark's 6M podcast and a house show. We talk about movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. And guess what falls under more? Everything. So if you are a fan of all those M's, if you're a fan of everything, guess what? The 6 M's where you got to be, baby. It's not a video pod. I'm getting all aggressive on you. Sorry about that. I just saw myself. Right? Like the old school wrestlers have that, where they're like, right? It's funny. I don't know what I'm doing. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing half the time, if that makes you feel any better. So tip your waitress, folks. I'll be here all weekend. All right. So 6M podcast. Jump over there when we're done here, and I'll reveal the topic of episode number 27. Brendan asks if I've watched Young Rock. No, I haven't. Man, I got to watch it. I'm going to. I promise you. Thoughts on Rafael Edward Cruz flying to Mexico while Texas is. You don't want me to get political, Elvis. I don't think anybody does. You want to know my politics? If you don't know already, I was glad that the clown got voted out. Ronald McDonald can go back home to McDonald's for all I care. There you go. Ray says Cypress Hill or NWA. God, Ray, why do you make life so hard every week? I'll go Cypress Hill. I don't know how you can. That's tough. I love Be Real. I've always loved his delivery. It's tough to vote against him. Shannon says, when you talk about camera grounds, I wish I could show it here, but they'll pull the video off Facebook. I know they will. God, I should cue it up. What if I cue it up with no sound? Oh my God, what if I are you guys up for it? I'll cue it up with no sound. You think they'll take it down if I put it picture in picture? The world famous picture in picture. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to turn the volume off. Are you ready? All right, let me hit play, and I'm going to turn volumes off, okay? And you're going to get me in so much trouble. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You're getting me in so much trouble. We're going to do it. Are you ready? Here we go. Yeah, there's no audio. I can't do the audio. If you guys have not listened to this yet, you're doing life wrong because it is freaking hilarious. It is freaking hilarious. I love it so much. I can't not love it because it's so insanely good. It's so insane. He's swimming in money, kids. My God. I can't watch this without losing my mind. It's so freaking good. They're going to kick us off Facebook. Wait and see. Elvis, they don't want me as a politician, brother. This state would never vote me in. Trust me on that. Shane says, what's my favorite Western of all time? My favorite Western of all time is Tombstone. And then followed closely behind it, Silverado's up there, Rio Bravo, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, excellent film. Man, Blazing Saddles. I'm just being real. Being real. Let's take this down before we get kicked off the Facebook. And again, if you haven't seen this, is it almost over? Oh my God, how good is that? Shut up. We had to see the money coming down. You think Okada's up there doing that, making it rain? Oh my God, they're going to kick us off the Facebook. Don't nobody report this. God's sake. It's fun stuff. Screw it. Let it play. I got no volume. Everybody relax, man. I turned the volume on and turned it down real low, but I don't want to take a chance. Look at the car. What happened to the car? Did I miss this? Oh, I see. Oh, because, all right, I get it. He doesn't care because he's rich. Cameron Grimes got more money than God. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? There we go. We all enjoyed that, didn't we? If you're just listening to the audio version of this podcast, you're like, what the heck was all that stuff? Favorite Christmas movie? It's not technically a Christmas movie, but It's a Wonderful Life. I love that film to death. I'm a big Jimmy Stewart fan. To the question of the Westerns, I love Jimmy Stewart and anything he's ever done, for sure. Chris, no word on Kelly Klein. I'm going to reach out to her again for an interview. I'd love to talk to her. Guess what, kids? We have reached the end. I want to remind you all of two very important announcements before we get out of here today, just so everybody's back on the same page. This coming Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this very Facebook page, yours truly is doing Elimination Chamber pre-show. All right, with Dane Alves from Geek Vibes Nation. We're going to be talking about the entire Elimination Chamber card, giving our previews, predictions, thoughts, questions, comments, words of wisdom from the gallery here. All will be appreciated, but you can't do it if you don't tune in. You can't interact if you're not there, okay? You can't ask if you don't show up. So there you go. There you go. This Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't be late, kids, and don't be early. We won't be here, okay? The Elimination Chamber pre-show with myself and Dane Alves will be a fun time. And on Friday, March 5th, the maestro from WCW, Rob Kellum, will be here live on this very show. We'll talk about a little bit of news of the week. We're going to ask him a lot of WCW questions. You guys will interact directly with Rob Kellum, okay? any questions you got about anything WCW related back in the day, if you got current product pro wrestling questions, whatever you got for him. Has he got what Kevin Nash stories does he have? What Sting stories does he have? What's his opinion of Hogan? Let's ask him everything. Anything you guys can think of, I want you guys to tune in. And if you know WCW fans out there who don't watch the main event, first of all, shame on them, because, man, they're missing out. But also, you could tell them to tune in because it'll be a fun time, I promise you. March 5th, 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time, the Maestro Rob Killam live on Tom Clark's Main Event. Please do not miss it. All right, kids, it's time to take it home. I'm going to get out of here. And thank you, everybody, for watching, as always. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, as always, for hanging out, for showing us a fun time. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I hope you have yourselves a great, safe, and happy, healthy weekend. Do your part and wear a mask. Don't be stupid. Let's get over this so we can get back to live wrestling shows. I'm ready. I'm so ready. You understand? Do your part. Let's get there. Let's make it happen. I'm going to get out of here right now before I yell at any of you anymore, because none of you deserve that. So anyway, I'm getting out of here. Dennis, be nice. Don't be a jerk, Dennis. All right, let me click the right button so we can take it home. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. As always, thanks for tuning in and for showing us some love here on the main event. Remember to tune in next, absolutely next, Tom Clark 6M Podcast Facebook page for announcement of episode 27. In the meantime, thanks again for watching Tom Clark's Main Event. We'll see you next time. Don't be late. Tom Clark's Main Event.